Hello, my friends. This is Diana Rankin coming to you. And I want to thank the viewer who requested this video. It is to calm the storms, put out the fires, and we're going to call in Hazel's angels to do that. I'd like to first of all tell you who Hazel's angels are, so you know who you're working with. And I want to also tell you that there are so many fires going on in the U.S. There are major hurricanes taking place in the U.S. About as I speak. There are flooding areas taking place all over the country, my country, the U.S., but also in Southeast Asia. There was a major earthquake in Mexico, the biggest in 100 years. And so our world is deeply in need of our healing work that we do. And this meditation that we're going to do today, and it is guided, it's a meditation. Actually, we did this last night in my sacred circle here in Columbus, Ohio, and it's a meditation I've done many times for others, or with others. And so, when one of the viewers asked me to do a meditation for the hurricanes that are devastating the islands in the southeast, and also about to hit Florida and moving up the east coast of the U.S., I thought this, of course, let's sit and do this meditation now. So please sit with me and do this meditation. I will be spending most of the weekend in silence. I have a few errands to run first. And so I ask you, if you cannot sit the whole weekend in silence, in meditation, that's fine, in prayer. But please take a moment to join with us in this meditation. Take a moment to say a prayer for all of those who are affected by the horrific weather. It's not going to stop for a while. So I would like to tell you this this meditation, which is medication for our lives as well. We often ask, is there something I can do? This is something we can do. Hazel's angels, who we're going to be working with in our meditation. I first met them in the mid-1990s. I was attending Gene Houston's Mystery School up in New York. I would travel there once a month, and there I met Hazel. Hazel was a lady who worked with the soldiers during World War II. And she would go to those in the hospitals, and she would go and gather angels and bring those angels to the hospitals to be with the soldiers who were hurt and injured. She would go to the battlefield in her imagination, sort of in the imaginary world, and she would take those angels and comfort those on the battlefield to help them feel less fear. She would also take those angels to those who had left their bodies on the battlefield and were making their transition. And so Hazel's angels became very loved and popular during World War II because they helped so many people. And when World War II was over, Hazel, as Hazel would tell the story, she said all those angels were out of work. And angels like to be working. So whenever you need an angel, call upon one of Hazel's angels. We're going to call upon many of Hazel's angels today in our meditation. So I ask you to sit quietly or get into a meditative pose. I'm sitting here in front of my altar. I wanted you to be able to use my altar, and it's simply a desk with sacred objects on it. And I sit in front of it every morning and say my prayers and do my meditation. And so you can create an altar simply with a candle or even just a thought. But if you have a space that you can put sacred objects on that altar to hold the energy for you, that would be wonderful. So together we're going to take a breath, and we're going to, first of all, I would like you, if you are sitting in a chair, if you're not on your meditation cushion such as I am, if you're sitting in a chair, do put your feet flat on the floor. We want your spines to be straight. The reason for that is we want the energy to run up our spines. And what is the energy? Well, if you put your hands like this together, and you can certainly do this, it's even easier when you're doing it with someone else, but if you do this with your hands about right there, you may feel like a little sponginess. You may have to come closer. You may, while we're talking, actually see a light around my shoulders and my head. You may see colors. We call that the aura. That is just the energetic body that you're seeing. And everything is made up of this energy. So we want that energy to concentrate as it moves, to move up our spines. We don't want it getting caught and causing back pain in our shoulders. So spine straight, feet flat on the floor unless you're in a meditative pose. And then you can do any with your hands. You can simply put them down on your legs, on your thighs, or up on your thighs. Or if you prefer a meditative pose, you can see my hands like this or like this. That is fine too. You can hold your hands in prayer or like this. You can kneel if you're preferring to pray. Whatever works for you. You can hold your hands. I can't quite get them up to the like this, just like this. What we don't want to do is this. So you can just cup your hands in your lap and let your thumbs come either together or very close together. Again, avoiding this, but just putting one hand in the other. What we want to do when we meditate is to let go of all that's in our mind if we can, and just concentrate on my voice. There's some soft music playing in the background. You might want to concentrate on that. Or you can concentrate on, if you're looking at a candle, the candle flame, you can concentrate on that. Or if you prefer, just concentrate on your own breath. What you want to do is to really be as fully present in the moment as you can. So let us begin. We're going to begin by just breathing. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. If you like, you can darken your room. I've left mine lit to be in part of the camera, but if you like, please do darken the room. And just allow yourself to relax, knowing you are safe to do so. Knowing that we are together in love. And just relax. Just letting go of anything outside of this moment. And just relax. Allowing yourself to go deeper within yourself as you relax. If it is comfortable for you, please let your eyes gently, gently, gently go closed. And just be for a moment. Watching the breath go in, filling up the diaphragm, filling up the lungs, and releasing. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Thank you. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you will, imagine at the crown chakra, that's the space at the top of your head and just ever so slightly back. Imagine the divine white light of the God, the divine white light of pure love flowing in and through you, throughout your body. Just imagine that divine white light flowing in and through your entire being. Healing, protecting, loving you. And now imagine, if you will, that light moving out and through your body and coming out of the heart. And as it comes out of the heart, allow it to move out into the world from wherever you are in the world, and move to your left and to your right. Move in front of you and behind you, moving out, allowing that light to move out from your heart and allow that light to move from where you are into the Florida area of the U.S. and looking down at the islands and at Cuba and at Florida, you may see a couple of hurricanes. Call upon Hazel's angels to go in and flap their wings right there in the center, counterclockwise, counter to the way the hurricane is moving, dissipating it, moving it safely out into the ocean where it can do no more damage, moving it, dissipating it, calming it, allowing the angels to pull apart the clouds, calming the winds. Calming the winds, calming the winds. And now, see those angels comforting everyone in the path of this hurricane. See those angels putting their giant wings around every being, every human, every animal, comforting them, holding them safe, loving them. And now move up the coast and do the same in Georgia. Seeing the storm being dissipated and moved out to sea where it can do no harm. See its strength waning. See the angels carrying it away and letting it become sunshine. Letting the sunshine come through as the storm leaves. And now send in those angels into the Texas area, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Cuba, the islands, Puerto Rico, and see those angels with strength, physical strength, helping all of the workers. Calling upon Hazel's angels to help the workers reconstruct, rebuild, giving them courage, giving them strength. And now move down to Mexico and do the same, giving strength to all of those who are rebuilding, comforting those, bringing in the angels of comfort to comfort those who have lost their homes. Moving out into Southeast Asia with the strength of rebuilding and allowing those angels to comfort all those in need. And now move up into North Dakota, South Dakota, asking the angels to cure the drought, bringing rain to the crops, feeding the trees with rain, and asking those angels with the rain hoses to move into Oregon, Montana, Washington State, British Columbia, and down the coast, Yosemite, California. And now ask Hazel's angels to move to anywhere in the U.S., anywhere in Southeast Asia, anywhere in the world, in Mexico, in Japan, anywhere in the world where weather is causing harm to people and animals. and structures, asking Hazel's angels to please be with those who need her, to be with those who need comfort, to be with those who need strength, to be with those who perhaps even need to know that you are with them. Be with all. Feeling the beautiful comfort of Hazel's angels. I thank you, Hazel. Thank you, Hazel's angels. One more time, see our planet surrounded with your love. Know the power of your love as we gather together. As we gather together in this moment. Thank you. Thank you for being with me today, everyone. Thank you for helping to heal our world and our planet. Thank you for adding comfort to those who need it in our world. Thank you for receiving comfort for yourself. I love you. Thank you for receiving that love. Until we see each other again.